keeps us in our tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Whew, I made it that time. Is anybody else having trouble on their computer app with Facebook? I don't know if I'm the only one. My phone is fine, but it just seems like the Facebook online is not. Something's janky. So I don't know if it's just me or not. So, and I don't usually do daily reflections when I've been awake for a little bit. I started doing DoorDash this morning, bringing some extra money. That was an experience. You guys know it's a big deal for me, right? Because, anxiety. But it was kind of cool to meet different people. And it's funny how people react and the way that people are. So I kind of enjoyed it, made a little bit of money. Could have made a little bit more. $22 in 2 hours is $10 and $11 an hour. Nah, no. But I learned the tricks already. I was a salesperson, so I know where to go park. Parker's right there. They kept sending me that way. I knew I'm headed to Parker. Fuck that. Go where the money is and where I know the streets a little bit better. So, all right. Welcome to the Daily Reflection. If you're here, please say hello. Good morning, Jackie. It's good to see you. And here we're going to talk about progress today. And I'm feeling off. And I'll let you guys know why. For the first time in over 5 years, my wife and I got into a fight. I don't like fighting. When my wife and I fight, I shut down. I can't help it. I don't know what to do with myself. It just brings back old men. Even though I know no one's going anywhere, nothing's going to change. But I'm just so connected to my wife that, and I know it's unhealthy. I know it is, but I can't help myself. I love the fuck out of her, man. I don't want any chance of her. What I really don't like is hurting my wife's feelings. It's something that I just. So when I do, I take it pretty hard. But we sat down and talked, and we got it done. We got it taken care of, and we're back where we're supposed to be. All right. And what do we call that? We call that progress. So I think something's up with Facebook because nobody's here yet. So if there are people on Facebook, it's not showing me. Can you guys just say hi or something so that I know that you're there? That'd be awesome. Instagram does fine, but Facebook is a piece of shit. So let's get to progress. We're making progress. Fundamental progress. I'm going to read out of A Day at a Time today. This is Hazelden literature, but I like Hazelden literature. Fundamental progress has to do with the reinterpretation of basic ideas, wrote Alfred North Whitehead. When we review the ups and downs of our recovery in the program, we can see that the truth of that statement. When we review the ups and downs of our recovery in the program, we can see that truth of that statement. Okay. That fundamental progress has to do with the reinterpretation of basic ideas, right? So in other words, we had a bunch of fundamental ideas and the way that we worked, we had our morals, we had our issues, and we were wrong on them. Or maybe we were right on them, but we didn't know how to express it. Part of making progress and being able to speak your mind is finding the right arena for it too, right? The way that I talk here isn't the way I talk at other places. And I'm still the same person, but my verbiage may change a little bit. You know, how I bring it about might change a little bit depending on my crowd. You know, things like that. But when we start to look at these things and recognize them, then we can begin to change them. Okay? Remember in the big book, it says we claim spiritual progress. I'm not going to say the next line because it shouldn't even be there. It tells people, no. We make progress each time we get rid of an old idea, each time we uncover a character defect, each time we become ready to have that defect removed and then humbly ask God to remove it. Bring up something else here. While you're going through this, keep an eye out for those character non-defects. I don't know what to call them, but the good things about you. The things that you want to keep. Anger can't be one of them. You know what I'm talking about, right? Because a character defect, the thing is when it comes to making progress, we have to compare. And even I say, don't compare. But how can you really see something without comparing it to something else? Otherwise, it's just what it is. It's just another car, or it's just another pen. You know, this pen is probably a little different than the other ones because of scratches or things on it, right? Lord knows where I'm going with that, but we'll find out. So remember that progress is also, I find that progress is also building on the characteristics that are good. Right? Because, yeah, you know what? It's always been easy for me to beat up on myself. Progress is calling yourself out on your own bullshit. It's what we're doing here, right? What's up, dude? Ronan doesn't usually make an appearance. What are you doing, dude? Get your ass off there. Move. That was as funny as it sounded. Sorry. Stay out of my coffee. All right. Poor guy. He's coming back. We make progress one day at a time as we shun the first drink, the first pill, the first addictive act that will so quickly swerve us from the path of despair. Have I considered the progress I've made since I've come to the program? Sorry, Jackie. It wasn't as bad as it sounded, but it was pretty funny. All right. Where was I? Stupid cat. All right. Have I considered the progress? So in the beginning, it's easy to see our progress. Right? I stayed sober today. I got put 30 days under my belt. I started showering, started eating, right? Taking my meds. These are all progress. That's all progress. Okay. After about a year, that's going to diminish. Or it's going to seem like it diminishes it, right? Because you've gotten rid of most of your character defects. They're going to pop up every now and again. That's what the 10th step is for. 10 steps gives us the right to be wrong. It is the being human step, right? And it allows us to not have to continue holding on to resentments, right? So we practice that. But your progress is going to be something different as you get through the 12 steps. Put some 24s under your belt. You got a sponsee. Now your progress is going to look different. You're going to have to look for it. You're going to have to make an intention to go look for that because it's not going to be so apparent now. You know, most people see the difference in us before us, right? Or you have like a niece or nephew you haven't seen in 3 months, and they look, they're 3 inches taller. It's because you haven't seen them every single day, right? But when you do something and see something every single day and it's right in front of your face, it's not something that you really recognize. Am I right? So this means, so how can we figure that out? A gratitude list is a really good way to figure out your progress. But most of your other progress from there is going to be mental, emotional, and very much spiritual. Good morning, Gary. If I didn't say it already, I was saying it in case I didn't say it. May I remember that there are few new ideas in this world. There aren't any. That's why I say don't reinvent the wheel. Don't reinvent it. Even with what I'm doing with the detox, I'm not reinventing the wheel. What I'm doing is I'm copying us from when we were a very good state with this stuff. My therapy is no longer at 11. Oh, but I do have an appointment at 11. And I've been following the lead of other states which are doing very, very well with their recovery community. It's working. I don't need to go reinvent the wheel. This whole program is about pay it forward. No, I'm going to go find the people doing that. I'm going to ask them, what you doing? How are you doing this? What are your steps? And then I'm going to go mimic it. Fake it till you make it. Make a little more sense? I pat myself on the back whenever I do something good. Yes. Yeah. Some people are against that, but I get it. See, it's okay to pat yourself on the back. Just don't break your arm doing it, right? That's good. You don't need much more. It's okay to qualify yourself, to give yourself validation. You bet your ass nobody else is going to give it to you. May I remember that there are few new ideas in the world, only ones reinterpreted and restated, right? May I always be conscious that even the big things in life like love, brotherhood, God, sobriety become more finely defined in each human life. That means that it's going to become more and more defined for each person that you work with or get to know, like the people in your home group. Your definition of love is going to change. Your definition of brotherhood, of human life, of God and sobriety, it's all going to change. I am not where I thought I would ever be. When I started this whole thing 3 years ago, I didn't think I was going to be working legislation, but here I am. And so who knows? That's why I say God determines your worth, or you will sell yourself short. So may the 12 steps of the program redefined in each of our lives. As we keep in mind that basically these are time-tried principles which work. Tell, remember, the 12 steps work. They've been working for almost 100 years. 100 years. It's a fantastic cult to be in. I love that one. Or the AA class. Yeah, well, I have to go to those AA classes. Mm-hmm. Hey, Ma, I'll be back. I'm going to go to my AA class. Ding. Right. All right, guys. I'm not sure what to say at the end here. Awareness seems to be popping in my mind. So, and awareness has to do with how you're doing, right? So it says we claim spiritual progress. So claim it. Claim it. I did it. There's nothing wrong with that. We all like to be celebrated a little bit. Fuck, I do. Even though I'm like, oh, no, please don't. We love it. All right, guys. I hit 15 minutes. Half of it was screwing around with the cat, but we made it. So I'll be back tomorrow for daily reflection. And And great. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate Gary. It's good to see Jackie. I'm glad you could make it to this one. And we will see you guys on the flip side. Love you guys. Peace out. And